When the sun stopped in the sky, life continued as normal. Then the stone-armored dredge reappeared, ancient foes from the far northern reaches, and the world was thrown into chaos. Giant Varl defenders were slaughtered, their strongholds destroyed. Now Hakon is the Varl king and protects who is left of his race. Rook, a humble hunter and father of Alette, found himself leading frightened clansmen towards safety. His caravan crossed paths with Juno and Eyvind, two of the mysterious spellweavers known as Menders, who know something about the massive, mountain-breaking serpent on the loose. In Borsgard, a town under the protection of the mercenary leader Bolverk, both Varl and human stood against a dredge general, the immortal Sunder, known as Bellower. Juno devised a way to stop Bellower, but it cost the life of one held dear. The saga continues.
What's up, guys? I'm Jasinski. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the Banner Saga 2. I can't tell you how excited I am to play this game and get back onto this story. I was so enthralled with the Banner Saga, the first one, and now I'm ready to get into the second one and continue this glorious story. So, if you guys are just as excited as I am to enjoy the Banner Saga 2, please leave a like and comment down below and subscribe, and make sure you ring that bell notification button so you always know when the next episode comes out. And let's begin this adventure. In the last game, if you've seen our playthrough so far, you will know that Rook sacrificed his life so that Alette may live and the others may get away, and so that means Alette is our hero. Now, I played the last game on a different system. I played that on Xbox Game Pass. We're playing this on Steam today, so some of the choices we made might get lost since I'm unable to import a saved game. So we're just going to continue, and you know what? The main thing is that Rook died and Alette is the one who lived.
Tíminn líður áfram, eins og straumþung á sem fleytir okkur áfram. Time continues washing over us, moment after moment, like waves on a coast. Some more fierce, more violent than others. So few of my kind, the giant war, remain alive. Even so, I find myself wondering if humans, while able to bear children, suffer more for the loss of loved ones. Several weeks have passed since we slew the Sunder known as Bellower, but the chaos of the world did not wither as we hoped. The world is breaking. We sail aboard hastily crafted ships for the safety of Arberrang, the human capital. But the river curses us with a clear view of the dredge, assaulting another hopeless village.
Well then, let's help them out, shall we? Alrighty, classic stuff here. Move away from those glowing rocks! This one's mine. Ooh, that's not good. Oh. Those peasants. No! No! To the depths with you! Ooh. Uh-oh. Ooh. Hey! We'll handle the rest. Pull back! Better to let him keep fighting. Drag on the screen to see your surroundings. Click the check mark to continue. Yes, yes. We know how this works. Don't make me do all this here. Alright, let's go, Ivor. Let's kill him. Come on, don't make me do all this. I know this game. Ooh, yeah. He's gonna try to... Ooh, obstacles. Obstacles can, on the comment board, will make you change tactics, so plan wisely, make them work to your benefit. Okay, so that's new. Hack on. Let's go, buddy. Yep, you're gonna use your willpower to get over there. And we're gonna go ahead and it's gonna suggest something. Yep, it's gonna suggest Sundering Impact. I was gonna hit so hard that multiple adjacent tiles take damage in every hit. Let's go. Oh, pillage time. Last one standing. Yeah, but he's just gonna go for that one single strike. And who's this guy? Alio. Okay. Alette, finish him off. I dig the hood, Alette. I dig it. The villagers' reactions range from terrified by the foes to awestruck at your arrival. Their leader approaches and bows in front of Ivor. Your timing makes me think the gods have returned. Please, He stops when Ivor nods his head towards you. The man peers under your hood. A girl leads those who saved us from those things?
She ordered us to land, and those things are dredge, like the ones you probably heard about as a kid.
Between losing so many clansmen and this, I feel I'm not myself. I thank you, child. He whips his cloak back with a flourish. I am Alio, the Skald. And your name? Alette. And this is Ivor.
Ah, names destined for history. Sounds like the brave poet is going to use us in a few proper verses.
I'll even make them rhyme, given the time. He smiles. His smile seems genuine, as much as that concern that follows. Do you have any idea what might be causing the deep rumbling underfoot? Deep rumbling?
Could be that giant serpent again.
The serpent in the sun? Radomir? I'm no holy man, but joking about dead gods feels wrong. I don't think the sun serpent would break mountains and try to swallow us all.
Who could say with the sun stopped in the sky like it is?
Ilio looks skeptical. Tell me, did you just come from Borsgard? We heard rumor the Sunder Bellower was sacking the town. We killed Bellower. Ilio pauses and looks to Ivor, who confirms your statement with a nod. Usury indeed! Sunder Slayers, here among us. Depths. There's so many questions to ask. They'll have to wait until we're all safely back on the longships and leaving this place. Skald nods his understanding, but another question creases his brow. Leave? Not to sound ungrateful, but this place, it's all we have. It's our home. I felt the same when Skoger was overrun.
Except we had the sense to leave while we were able.
But my children! You don't understand. I know exactly what it means to be a child stripped from your home and family. Leo takes a step back before lowering his head. Packing and tending to our dead will take some time, but I'll have everyone on the ship soon. You watch Alio rejoin his family.
Moves his hands too much when he talks. It's unsettling.
You smile, but say nothing. People thinking we're heroes now? The world is breaking in more ways than one. It's not the first time you've been called a hero, Ingvar. Ivar, your father's closest friend, looks unamused. He's one of the giants known as Varl, and has fought Dredge in the Northern Winters, personally killed one of their generals, the Sunder Rays, and lost an arm to the Sunder Bellower. Your humor reminds me of your father's, since we're talking about things we'd rather avoid. I know he's gone, but I don't know how to let him go. No doubt Oddleaf could help more with that than a fatherless, loveless Varl like me. You look up to see Ivar staring off in the distance. Rook was the closest thing I had to a friend. I wish I would have done more to protect him. You suddenly hear the centuries of life in Ivar's voice, and imagine all he has seen. Ivar, I'm not sure you do let go. You just keep going. He walks towards the village, leaving you alone with your thoughts. Chapter 8. From their homes must all flee. Here we are. The traveling merchants are surprisingly well stocked, Ubin, the old Varl, dubbed Scrivener, says. Since Bosgard, our numbers have grown. People have scavenged for food and eaten it too. Regardless, we'll need plenty of supplies, considering our destination. What kind of supplies? Stuff like food and mead for the trip. The merchants have got a few interesting items as well, but folks can't eat those in lean times. You'll have to choose wisely. Even your renown will only stretch so far. Thanks, Ubin. Of course, he says. Oh, almost forgot. There's something ruffling the feathers of the ravens, the mercenaries who followed us from Bosgard. Chat with their leader, Bolverk, but be careful. He's not like other Varl. Gives us some information about our caravan. Yes, we know all of these right here. It's the market. Let's go in the market. Let's go. What we got available? Supplies and other items. Yes, I know all about this. Alright, we're going to go ahead and add 25 supplies, actually. And we got some items here. Let's take a look. +3 will from the Dragonstone. +2 break, +1 move, +1 armor per rest, +2 armor, +1 strength resist, knockback on strength 4, and +1 move, -1 aggro. Ooh, these are some really interesting ones, but we can only seem to get one here. I really like the +2 break, +1 move, and +1 armor per rest, so we're going to go ahead and get the Hun Fang. I think that's all we can get. We'll get a couple more things to supply. You know what? Nope, we need to save it for level ups. Alrighty, and yes, it does look like we now have him back. Wow, I can't even remember his name, and I feel terrible because he's supposed to have died in our last game. He's back. Let's just say that he survived his wounds, and he was just wounded for the rest of our game. Alright, that sounds good. That sounds like canon to me. So we're going to go ahead and talk to him. You find Igil, or Gil, Gil, engaged in a conversation with Prince Luden. Oh my god, Luden's alive! Okay, so... oh man, this is so immersion breaking, because Luden died in our first game, but we can't bring that save over. So, Luden's alive here with us now. I'm going to say that he also survived and somehow made it back with us. I figured it wouldn't hurt to ask. I didn't know there were rules on how to ask. But now you do. Oh my god, Luden's got a mustache! He's got beard and stuff! Oh my god! My father clearly needs to enforce customs across the backlands of his kingdom. Oh, out here where we earn a name for ourselves instead of being born with a title? Luden, surprised by the comment, sees you standing nearby. He straightens his posture. Your words are getting the better of you. I'll attempt to forget what you've just said. Prince nods to you and walks away. Nice beard, Luden. What was that all about? Gil looks shocked to see you. I'm shocked to see you as well, Gil, considering you were supposed to be dead. Nothing. Just becoming a King's Guard requires more than skill. You need a name. King's Guard? You're looking forward to Arberrang, aren't you? Just thinking. About the future, you know. He suddenly looks concerned. Alette, listen, I'm sorry for not fighting by you during the attack. You don't need... No, I do. I promised your father I'd always protect you. You'll have more chances to keep your promise. Eagle's eyes widen and he stands a bit taller. Okay, right then. Good. You smile at him before walking away. Okay, so Egil and Luden are alive now. So that means Luden and his gang are all alive as well, so... so immersion breaking, but you know what? This story is still amazing, and now that I got this on Steam, we'll be able to carry this save over to the third game whenever we complete this. So, sorry for any immersion breaking, but let's continue. Alright, let's talk to Bolverk. The Varl mercenary leader, Bolverk, and a rather large female fighter are talking to Juno, a member of the Spellweaving Menders Council. Bolverk looks annoyed. Nothing unusual. There is no haggling on this. You already accepted the offer in Boasgard. Get this one to do it. Get me to do what? If Juno is surprised by your presence, it doesn't show. She continues to stare straight at the Varl. Alette is seeing to the survival of this caravan, something I doubt you care to do. She's a little small for such a big role, isn't she? Who's this, Folka? Very interesting person. And you're big for your small role. The woman looks wounded for a brief moment before readying an insult. This will help nothing. What we were discussing is private. A look at Bolverk says she expects him to keep it private. Ivan needs my help with healing the wounded, but we should leave soon. See Hakon at the dock when you're ready. Juno leaves without another word. Fane Valka. One of these days, Claw and Fang will get thirsty for Spellweaver blood. Claw and Fang? His axes! The large axe heads are polished, the blades sharp, and the cheeks scarred from plenty of use, but it's the gray handles that stand out. They're unlike anything you've seen before. So, you're leading this rabble now? Only to Arberrang. Then it's King Meinolf's job. Like he's got the answer to any of this. He'd royally piss himself if he ever saw a dredge. The pig-tailed fighter laughs. What's your name? I'm Folka, a shield maiden in charge of keeping the ravens alive. Bolverk gives her a stern look, but she doesn't back down. I already know who you are, chieftain. I'm not the chieftain. You say where to go and the rest follow. Where I'm from, that's the chieftain. Wouldn't matter if you were Hatterborg reborn. I never joined the Raven Banner to yours. That clear? As long as you feed yourselves, you can follow or leave when you want. But your help in a fight would be welcome. Bolverk snorts and turns his attention to a large sealed cart behind him. His bare cloaked back indicates the conversation is over. Well, Bolverk as nice as ever. Well, it's time to talk to Oddleif. Oddleif, a friend and mentor, is demonstrating fletching an arrow to a few people as you approach. Give us a moment, will you? The group walks away as Oddleif stands and wipes loose feathers from her tunic. Those people owe you their lives. Your decision to stop here saved every one of them. Well, our clansmen all agreed. Don't be naive. Saving people is what you do, what your father did. Those under this banner agreed because they follow you. Her tone is forceful, and you almost smile to break the tension. Almost. Alette, they respected Rook, and that respect has passed to you. But give them any reason to doubt you, and it'll vanish. Then I won't give them a reason to doubt me. She stares at you for a drawn-out moment before nodding. Her demeanor softens. I wanted to discuss the clansmen. They're good at scavenging for food, and the more we have, the more food they'll find. Training some of them to fight will help keep the others safe. But it takes time. I'm not sure we have much of that to spare. As our leader, you're expected to decide how many fight and how many look for food. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Odd. You turn to leave, but Oddleaf stops you. She grabs you in a tight hug. Rook had a way of making it easy for all of us to be stronger. Her words seem to be as much for her as they are for you. Yeah, this is quite a bit of a... This is quite a bit of weight on Alette's shoulders, I imagine. She has to carry on the legacy of her father, who led everyone here, and now he's gone. But I have faith in Alette. I have faith that she can lead these people to safety. Speaking of leaving, it's time to leave. But first, we're gonna check the map and see where we are. There's Beauregard. We left there a couple weeks ago, apparently. Follow the river down here to well, this isn't... The Ormsdal is actually further way down here, but it's right here where we were. So, and we need to get to Arberrang, which means we'll probably end up trying to follow this river down here to get to Fiska Bay, and then we'll come out, and then we'll just go up to the city there. Although, I have a feeling something's going to happen along the way, but we won't know until we begin. And of course, the map is all the same here. We began our journey up here in Skogar, and over here in Strand. Oh boy. Let's continue this then. And let's head out on the ships. The wooden planks of the well-used dock creak as you walk across them. Hakon, a warrior recently acknowledged as king of the Varl, paces on the dock. Not sure I was made for this, he says as you approach. Commanding in battle is one thing, but deciding how many chickens we need to bring? I can help if you need it. The giant raises his eyebrows. You've got your own battles to fight, little one. I hear men saying they don't want to follow a girl, and proving yourself while being compared to the previous leader of your clan isn't easy. His mood darkens. Vognir's death still doesn't sit well with me. I aim to figure it out, but for now, let's sail. And let's depart. After lighting the funeral pyre, the last villagers find seats on your rickety longships built of scrap wood scavenged in Beauregard. Ravens find space around a large cart on their black-sailed vessel. Oars slowly move all the boats into the river's current. And the journey begins. And the saga continues. Oh, this game is as beautiful as I remember. The complaints of a few are growing. What does she know? What does she really know about getting us to Arberrang safely? A smith says. A few others chime in with agreement. Her father was something else, but her? She should be looking for a husband, not telling me what to do. Some laugh, others encourage him. Oddleaf looks at the group of men before turning to you. She seems interested in hearing your response. My father was great. I hope to be remembered as fondly. To Rook! Someone shouts, and to his blood flowing through Alette. The caravan joins in cheering, drowning out the complaints of the smith and his men. Oddleaf gives you a faint smile. Morale improved. Hell yeah, Alette. You know what you're doing. And there's the banner of Skogar. Man, there's a lot of longships down there. Elio looks ill. At least it's not the brackish sea, he whispers to himself as he steps around rowers and baggage to speak with you. I'm not sure we were all built for aquatic voyages, he says, and I hear Arberrang is quite a distance away. My people could use a few hours to rest on solid ground. The hopeful looks from others sway you, and you signal for the ships to make land. Would you mind telling me why the capital is our destination? Elio asks. The Valka, Juno, says the menders there can protect us. Menders? The scald's shoulders slump. We were all hoping for something more substantial. He realizes Ivan and Juno can hear him. I thank you for healing my people, but we're talking about an army of dredge. The Valka and her apprentice share a smile, but say nothing. Dredge, Elio says, almost in awe. Man and Varl's storied foe from oh so ever long ago. But they're real, and here! How have they made it so far south? His glance at the Varl is met with both anger and shame. The longship rocks gently, and the Skald grabs a rope to steady himself. If only we had the fabled horses to ride upon, we'd outpace the dredge and be on sound footing. His dramatized misery is almost as amusing as his thanks when he steps back onto land. We weren't even traveling for that long. It's the map of the world. Yep. We already know that. Caravan recently embarked with Alia's village and is traveling westward down the Ormsa River. Prior to arriving at Alia's village, the caravan had hurriedly embarked from Boersgard. Click on Boersgard to find more about it. Yes, we already know everything about that. And it wants us to click on where we're going now. Trying to reach Ormsdaler. As Strom led some of the first men east, Ormsdaler was one of the most important places they settled, nestled in the crook where the Ormsa River splits. If Boersgard and Ormsdaler were twins, Ormsdaler would be the righteous brother, trying to keep his evil twin from hurting anyone else. Oh yeah, it's going to want us to click on Arberrang, our destination. From whole beginnings to the eventual seat of power for the king, Arberrang is the most populated and contested city throughout the human lands. Its towering obsidian walls have been pulled from the depths by the weaving power of the menders. As each new generation of residents builds another ring of walls, the city continues to grow larger, more indulgent, and more dangerous. Alrighty. Yep, I already know about all that. Stromland, yeah. Alright, we just need to get out of the map here. We can look more at that later. Yep, I know that map button. And time passes, number of days shown here, of course. Supplies are low, the order relays your men out. You must camp and allow your caravan to rest. Of course, we know all of this stuff, guys. But we're going to camp because we're supposed to land. When a day passes in camp, your caravan consumes a day's worth of supplies and morale increases. Click the rest tent now. Yep, heroes tent. We can see all our heroes. Woo, man, everyone here. Everyone's here. Okay, yep. We can click on units and stuff to do their everything. All right. Oh man, we got so many people here. We got this guy I've never seen before. We have Aliu, of course. And we have everyone. Everyone's alive. Mogur's alive. That's great. And of course, Bercy and where is the woman that was with Luden? She's not here. How peculiar. Well, maybe I'll learn more about why she's not here later. Maybe she did die in the normal canon. What we're gonna do? We're gonna talk to Trigvi. I don't know who this man is. Strangely familiar man with a spear and tattoos beckons to you. His movements are somewhat odd, almost comical. You wouldn't be confused by Trigvi's presence if you'd support this journey long ago. If you'd supported this journey long ago. Oh, what? The man's eyes glaze over for a moment before clearing. He now acts like your old friends. It's hard to push a spear through a tree. Easier to turn the tree into another spear. Is this supposed to mean something? You, all these people, your father, you understand? No. You look shocked. Just be the tree, okay? Before you can respond, Trigvi starts singing and dancing away. Yellow and blue will lie to you, lie to you, lie to you. Okay, that guy was freaking weird. Well, that was very, very strange. But I think that's a great place to leave off for this first episode. We're right back in the action. We're picking up where the story left off. We have everyone who we thought was dead back. Of course, that's a little weird, but we can roll with it, and we'll be able to continue on in the third game. But the main thing we know is that Rook is gone, and Alette is the new leader of the caravan. No, wait. What's happening? No. They're gone. They're really gone. It was all just a dream.